Chapter by chapter. Breakdown. Introduction. The Big Lie. Burrell explains that Black people in America have been the target of a 400-year propaganda campaign designed to justify slavery and create the myth of Black inferiority. He introduces the idea of the BI complex, Black inferiority complex, the internalized belief that harms Black self-image, behavior, and community functioning. The book's goal: expose the lie and reprogram the mind. Part 1: How the Myth Was Created.
Chapter 1: The Birth of a Lie.
The inferiority myth was invented to justify enslaving Africans. Early images portrayed Black people as primitive, less intelligent, and less human. These stereotypes became the foundation for American culture and institutions. Chapter 2: Great Minds Think Unalike. Black people were taught that their intelligence, creativity, and ways of thinking were wrong or less than.
Schools reinforced white norms as the standard of intelligence.
Burrell argues that propaganda trains Black people to doubt their intellectual abilities. Chapter 3: Seeing is Believing. Media, from minstrel shows to modern TV, repeatedly portrays negative images of Black people. These images shape public opinion and Black self-perception. Burrell describes how repetition makes stereotypes feel true. Part 2: The Damage Done. How the Myth Shows Up Today. Chapter 4: If You're White, You're Right. Many Black people subconsciously trust or admire whiteness more than Blackness. Colorism, preference for Eurocentric features, and beauty standards are discussed. Advertising and media teach that lighter is better. Chapter 5: Life is Cheap. A major theme. Violence in Black communities is partly the result of internalized devaluation. If a group is taught it's worthless, violence against each other becomes normalized. Historical trauma plus modern media equals self-destructive patterns. Chapter 6: I'm Not What You Think I Am. Explores identity confusion, trying to distance oneself from stereotypical Blackness. Burrell explains how internalized racism causes denial of African heritage, shame about culture, desire to assimilate as a survival strategy. Chapter 7: We Are Family, or Are We? Examines broken family structures and the root causes of slavery's separation of families, economic oppression, media stereotypes of irresponsible men and angry women. Burrell argues that the propaganda harms Black relationships generations later. Chapter 8: It's All About Me. Focuses on self-centeredness, bravado, and unhealthy coping mechanisms. Some behaviors marketed as cool are actually self-sabotaging. He examines how consumer culture replaces self-worth with possessions. Chapter 9: Sex, Lies, and Stereotypes. Traces history of stereotypes around Black sexuality, hypersexual men. Jezebel trope. Devaluing Black women's femininity. Shows how media reinforces these harmful narratives. Chapter 10: Addict Ed to Drama. Discusses the emotional addiction to conflict and chaos. Reality TV, trauma, and generational stress contribute to a drama culture. Burrell argues that trauma responses get misinterpreted as personality. Chapter 11. Picture Perfect. Focuses on beauty standards and body image. Black children grow up rarely seeing positive images of themselves. The beauty industry profits from insecurity and colorism. Chapter 12. Heal Thyself. The chapter connects physical health to psychological health. Internalized stress and inequality contribute to obesity, high blood pressure, mental health struggles.
Burrell stresses the need for holistic healing.
Chapter 13. Follow the money. Consumer habits shaped by propaganda harm. Black wealth, overconsumption, materialism, and status buying are examined. The chapter urges Black communities to build economic power through discipline and self-value. Chapter 14. The high cost of low expectations. Society expects less of Black children and adults. An internalized belief leads to lowered ambition. Burrell shows how subtle messaging tells Black people, "You're not meant to excel. This is the best you can do." He emphasizes that expectations shape reality. Part 3. The Solution. Deprogramming. Chapter 15. Breaking the Chains. Call for conscious deprogramming, questioning everything learned about Blackness. Awareness is the first step to change. Burrell encourages rejecting stereotypes and rebuilding a strong identity. Chapter 16. Reclaim the Legacy. Reconnecting with African history and heritage restores dignity.
Burrell argues Black people must rewrite the narrative.
From inferiority to agency, from trauma to resilience. Cultural pride is healing. Chapter 17. Reinventing the Black Self. The final chapter focuses on rebuilding self-worth,
Community unity,
leadership, economic discipline, positive media representation. Burrell outlines the steps toward a new, empowered Black identity, free from propaganda. Overall message of the book. Tom Burrell argues that Black inferiority is not a fact, it's a lie, one created and maintained through centuries of media, culture, and institutional messaging. The mission now is to recognize the lie, reject it, and rebuild a healthy identity rooted in truth, history, and self-respect.